East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the Uconn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the Uconn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Bulls will kick it away to start us off.
Set to advance on the football.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Uconn's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Red pass hits complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. To the air, it's Fagnano. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll line up for a second down play. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Uconn will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. So the USF Bulls offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The give on the inside. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. And off from the shotgun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Bulls will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Here comes the offense on second down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's a draw. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Uconn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down. Looking for more. Oh, he dropped it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
A first down for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. It's a draw. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Tackled after picking up the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This Uconn offense really has it going. To the air on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Marshall was anything but dominant, but the Thundering Herd are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the Uconn. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. Now adjusting. At the 35, he's open. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Timeout, South Florida.
He wants to throw. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Sheffield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is, and you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
The Bulls in the hurry-up.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, USF! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Uconn going back to work on offense. On the move, it's Robinson. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he goes down after making the grab, picks up a few, but still short of the first down. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Fagnano. He's got his man. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Offense gets set for second down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Smashes through the tackle. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Brown will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They'll try to snap it quickly. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, and they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The give as they work on that clock. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a crease. It's Keith. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Uconn offense goes back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Hansen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw. It's Fagnano. He's got it at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. The Pandas managed to get the win in a close one this week, and they just shook up the college football world. And to do it on the road, no less. Just incredible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. On target to the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, South Florida. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's a first down.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.